The primary securities market is the starting point for trading financial instruments. It is where companies and other entities issue new securities to obtain financing. In Spain, this market is regulated by a series of regulations that seek to protect investors and guarantee transparency. In this article, we will analyze in depth the primary securities market in Spain, based on the securities market law and the applicable European regulations. What is the primary securities market? The primary securities market is where negotiable securities are issued and sold for the first time. In this market, issuers obtain financing directly from investors. The securities issued can be stocks, bonds, promissory notes, or other financial instruments. In Spain, the issuance of negotiable securities is free, which means that it does not require prior administrative authorization. However, the issuer must comply with a series of requirements. First requirement, valid incorporation. The issuer must be validly incorporated in accordance with the laws of its country of origin. Second requirement, operation in accordance with bylaws. The issuer must operate in accordance with its articles of incorporation and bylaws. Third requirement, legal regime. Negotiable securities must comply with the legal regime to which they are subject. Fourth requirement, prospectus. In some cases, the issuer is required to prepare a prospectus. The publication of a prospectus is mandatory when negotiable securities are offered to the public or admitted to trading on a regulated market. However, there are some exceptions. Promissory notes with a maturity of less than 365 days. Offers of negotiable securities of less than 8 million euros in the European Union. Offers from credit institutions of less than 5 million euros in the European Union. When the issuance is not subject to the obligation to publish a prospectus, but is addressed to the general public through advertising, an entity authorized to provide investment services must intervene. This entity will be responsible for validating the information and supervising the marketing process. The admission to trading of negotiable securities on a regulated market is subject to the following requirements. First, contribution and registration of documents accrediting the legal regime of the issuer and the securities. Second, contribution and registration of the issuer's financial statements. Third, where applicable, contribution, approval and registration of a prospectus. The issuer, the offerer, the directors and other persons who participated in its preparation are responsible for the information contained in the prospectus. Issues of bonds or other debt securities are subject to specific requirements, especially when they are admitted to trading on regulated markets or trading systems. The primary securities market is a fundamental element of the financial system. Its correct regulation is essential to guarantee investor confidence and the proper functioning of the market. Focus your inquiries and challenge our AI ATNIA, complex questions, expert answers. More information at ilpabogados.com and ilpstartup.com.